Former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede has been sworn in as an ANC MPL in the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature this morning. The controversial Gumede was removed as mayor in September last year following allegations of financial mismanagement at eThekwini. She was subsequently charged with corruption relating to the awarding of tenders at Durban Solid Waste. She is currently out on a bail of 50,000 rand. The swearing-in ceremony was overseen by KZN Legislature Speaker Nontembeko Boyce. Ironically, Gumede's appointment comes on the back of the ANC National Executive Committee's pledge to be tough on those accused of corruption. Now, for a reaction on the story, I'm joined now on the line by KZN Legislature ANC Chiefwhip Zuma. A very good afternoon, and thank you so much for your time today. The reinstatement or the appointment of a former Mayor Gumede as a member of the MPL is far from being tough on corruption or even the allegations of corruption as per the ANC's NEC.
Good afternoon. I think I can confirm that indeed Honorable Gumede was sworn in today at about 11 o'clock. Ours, the legislature, was to process what has been processed by the organization, the ANC. With regard to the allegations, I think the ANC can be better placed to respond to that, the organization. But as employees of the ANC in the legislature, we welcome the sworn in of the member, of a new member, Gumede. We think she's got a lot of experience in local government. We think she'll contribute towards strengthening the legislature representing the ANC.
Now, you made a very clear distinction there between the NEC and yourselves as members of the legislature. One would assume that the ANC NEC would be paramount and supersede any sort of decision-making that happens in other structures within the African National Congress. And one would assume that when they say that they're serious about fighting corruption in any way, shape or form, that is a message that would be demonstrated in activities and actions such as your own or what has happened right now. What is your view and your comment on that?
I think we'll appreciate the fact that the ANC, when the allegations emerged, acted on the matter and gave a space for the law enforcement agencies to investigate. As you know, that there is no judgment against the Honorable Gumede at this point in time. I think what has been happening for the past 12 months or so was to give the law enforcement agencies a chance to investigate and deal with the matter. So I think also we all know that Honorable Gumede has been very cooperating in terms of the processes, attending the court processes, cooperating with the investigation. So we think at this point in time she has done what she has supposed to be done, and the organization gave a chance for those allegations to be proved. We'll see moving forward how we deal with the matter.
You are quite correct in saying that the case is still before the courts. She is currently out on bail of 50,000 rand. Here is some of the reaction that we've gotten from this. The DA in KZN says, quote unquote, that they are disgusted. They call this a slap in the face to Durban residents. Does this not concern you as the party that a slap in the face for Durban residents would perhaps also equal a slap in the face for general South Africans who want to see an end to corruption. And in as much as she hasn't been found guilty, the process is still underway, and perhaps an appointment after a verdict had been given would perhaps have been more welcomed than one now where she is still a key suspect and is actually out on bail.
As I said earlier on, that we should draw a distinction between us as the employees of the ANC in the legislature and the party, representing the party and speaking to the spokesperson of the ANC. So what I want venture in is to speak on behalf of the ANC on other issues pertaining to the organization per se. I can only discuss and communicate on the issues related to the legislature and the ANC in the legislature. So other questions raising a better place in the ANC and the ANC.
So are you not...
So what we have done...
sorry, Mr. Zuma. Are you not, as the ANC KZN legislature, not concerned about the perception of being seen to be lenient against corruption and any allegation of corruption by this appointment?
We think the ANC did very well. When the allegations emerged, they acted, they requested Honorable Gumede to step down so that we allow a chance for the investigation. So then I think anyone who can question that is questioning. I don't know what is it that we are questioning. So the investigations are continuing. So what we can, I don't think we can afford is that we act as if there is a judgment against the Honorable Gumede, which is not. So that's why we are saying the ANC acted on that one, and they asked her to step down. So knowing very well that there's no judgment, it was still allegations. There are still those allegations. There are still investigations on that matter.
Mr. Zuma, what has changed between then and now? She was asked to step down as the mayor, and she also was asked to step down as the eThekwini from the eThekwini Exco, and yet now she has been sworn in as a member of the MPL. Why ask her to step down if you are insisting that these were just allegations? Why not keep her in her position if you are adamant and sure that let justice take its course, and only at the end then should she either remain in that position or be removed?
That is why that you keep on asking the question that needs to be responded to by the ANC. So I'm trying to say the ANC acted on the matter, and we think by that time they were giving a chance for the law enforcement agencies to deal with the matter. And now, I think it's the ANC you can say what has changed, because they are better placed than getting reports of what is happening on the case itself. So as the employees, we just appreciate the manner in which they dealt with the matter, in the manner in which they dealt with the matter.
Well, we thank you so much for your time this afternoon. That's ANC Chiefwhip in the KZN legislature there, Mr. Zuma.